Hi everyone, this is Touch of Grace, Better Ways, Better Days, with me Joyce Mghoi Macharia. I'm so excited today because we are starting a series. And our speaker is someone I want to talk about a little bit before he introduces himself. This young man I met some years back, and the first time I met him, he was talking about online counseling. Me being a counselor and a career counselor, he came to my office with a proposal and he said, check here, instead of having only one-to-one counseling, where someone comes and you counsel them in your office, why don't you think about something like online counseling, where you can counsel them from the comfort of their room, from the comfort of their home? And he had a whole proposal on how it can go on, how, from the starting to the ending of that. And I was so impressed by his idea. And therefore, even for those of you who are watching me out there, this particular speaker that I'm introducing to you is actually very key in a number of things that we are going to discuss. And also, for those of you who have counseling organizations or you are counselors in your institutions, you can be able to get in touch with him and he can be able to assist you to have your own online counseling. But today, we are not talking about online counseling. We are not also talking about online spree, but he can mention something about them. We are starting a series of registration of organizations, registration of self-help groups, registration of companies, registration of CBOs or community-based organizations, or even NGOs, non-governmental organizations in Kenya. Church of Grace has been talking about business ideas, has been bringing youth or people that are doing businesses here and there, and we have been talking about youth empowerment. So we want to bring this series so that wherever you are, you can know the procedures that you need to take so that you can be able to register your own organization, depending on whatever organization you want to start or whatever business you want to start, you can be able to register with ease, having known the procedures and how to go about it. So today we are starting with our first series, which is youth self-help groups or youth groups, generally youth groups. How do you register a youth group? So that's what our speaker is going to talk about, but he can mention one or two things about what I have talked about and we can move on from there. Let me introduce our guest today. You can introduce yourself to the guest.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Timothy Sakwa, and I'm very glad to be at Touch of Grace this particular moment. Um, as Madam Joyce has mentioned earlier, um, I run an organization called Online Spree, and Online Spree basically what it does is provide solutions for marketing, and those solutions for marketing for small businesses. It's packaged for small businesses,
Okay.
and especially youth that run small business that are in startup, and they are struggling either financially to start and market their upcoming business. Then Online Spree has solutions for those particular businesses.
I think one of these days we'll talk about online spree itself,
Yeah,
and what you do and how the youth or people with organizations and businesses can be able to have your services.
we should.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
have such a talk.
yeah.
Now I want you to talk briefly about online counseling, just briefly, because that is how I met you.
Yeah.
Before I knew you, that is how I met you. That's how I met you. Just talk briefly about online counseling and why you thought about it.
Now, it was even before Corona.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was before Corona, way before.
yeah.
Maybe you had known that Corona will come.
No, I
Or
didn't. I
yeah,
I had no idea Corona would come.
yeah.
Now I thought about online counseling because there's a very increased rate of use of mobile phones,
Yes.
and this generation of people we have now is called generation X,
Okay.
and this generation, the people who spend a lot of time on their
Not the
phone.
broiler generation.
No, not that one. not
Okay.
not
Yes.
not baby boomers.
Yes.
Yes. Now
Uh-huh.
this generation spends a lot of time on their phone. They have
Yeah, that is
a
true.
lot of screen time.
Uh,
Now person to person counseling is good.
yes.
But now, how do we get people who are on the mobile phones to come for counseling
Yes.
or access some form of counseling?
Okay.
It is a form of first aid counseling,
Okay.
so that in the ultimate we get them to now to one-on-one with the counselor.
Yeah.
Now that is where the idea came from, and the idea was for institutions, schools, businesses that have people have people in the organization.
Yeah.
Now counseling is a very vital part of daily life.
Yeah.
Now organizations need counseling because their employees need to be motivated.
Okay.
Students need counseling because they are students and they go through a lot of things.
Okay. Okay.
Now online counseling will ensure that as people, for example students or employees, go on with their activities in the organizations or the school, they can still be able to access counseling, even if and not interfere with their normal
with their
schedule.
normal schedule.
Yeah, now that is where the idea came
That
from.
is how the idea came from.
Yeah.
That is great, and I know it is quite viable.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another day on online counseling. But if there is anyone out there who is a counselor and wants to have this online counseling, they can get in touch with you and talk to you.
Yes.
At the end of this session, remind me to say something that I have not said. Meanwhile, don't worry, I will not say good things only. Positive vibes.
Yeah. Positive vibes only.
Positive vibes only. Take us through how we can be able to register that organization.
And now at Online Spree we help people to conceptualize ideas and
Okay.
also help them to actually start the ideas.
Okay.
Now we are very glad that we have started this series together with you,
Yes.
so that we'll be able to teach the youth out there, because right now since the country is at lockdown,
Yes.
most of the youth are at home,
Yes.
and majority can find it a challenge to find something to do,
Yeah.
to occupy their free time or so.
Yeah.
Now the government has put in place uh, a very good platform that can enable youth to access services from them,
Okay.
and not necessarily be in a position where they say that we don't have something to do, or there are no opportunities.
Now take us through the procedure of registering these groups.
Yeah. Now a youth group is under uh, self-help groups,
Okay.
and there are different kinds of self-help groups.
Okay.
There are self-help groups for women.
Uh-huh.
There are self-help groups for people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
There are self-help groups for aged people,
Okay.
and now there are self-help groups for the youth.
Okay. So there are different self-help groups.
Yes.
Okay.
Now for the youth,
Yes.
now the self-help groups, it is under the State Department of Social Services.
Okay. Under social services
and social protection.
and social protection.
Now the department that is under the state department. That state department is the Department of Social Service.
Okay.
Now there are offices of social services all around in each county.
In each county, you can find their offices.
In fact, they're in each district.
Each district.
They're in each district.
Okay.
Now for registration of a youth group, it can be done at two places.
Okay.
Huduma Center
Mm-hmm.
and the Office of State Department of Social Services.
Okay.
Now, what you need to do first of all, you need to go and obtain the application forms.
Application forms.
The application forms. The application forms, they are free. You get the application forms for free.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you get the application forms, you can either get them from the Huduma Center or the offices.
Okay.
You get the application forms. The application forms need to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're filling the application form, you need to decide what kind of youth, what will you be dealing with the youth group.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, before you get there, the youth group has to have a minimum of 10 people.
10 people.
A minimum of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Below that, they don't accept.
Okay.
Now, you're a group of 10 people. You agree that you will form a youth group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the application form needs you to have minutes that are agreeing that you will form the youth group.
So you need minutes.
Yeah.
You need to have met before then.
Yeah, you need to have met before.
Okay.
Agreed, agreed that you will form the youth group.
Okay.
And then the minutes also need to have an agreement that you will an agreement of selecting who will be your leaders.
Okay, you have to have the leaders already.
You have to have a chairperson, a secretary,
treasurer,
a secretary and a treasurer. Those are mandatory, and the secretary must be able to read and write.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, they put it that very clear
It
that
is clear.
the secretary should know
Must read and write.
must read
Actually, that's the purpose of a secretary anyway, to
Yeah.
write the minutes
Yeah,
and
write
to
the
be able
minutes
to
and
read
everything.
them. Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And now, so when you fill the application form, it demands that you have bylaws. You can have a
Bylaws.
constitution.
Uh-huh.
And the good thing is that even if you don't know how to write a constitution,
Mm-hmm.
the application form comes with a format sample
Uh-huh.
of how you can write your constitution.
Okay, they have provided
They have
that.
provided a sample, so you
Okay.
just follow the procedures. It is
Uh-huh.
quite easy
Mm-hmm.
for you to write a constitution. You come up with the bylaws, how you will conduct your meetings,
Mm-hmm.
how the organization is structured, the roles of each leader if
Okay.
they are there.
Yes.
Now you outline all that and you attach it to the application form.
Okay.
Now another thing that you need to attach to the application form
Huh.
is the identification
Uh-huh.
of the members that are there.
Okay.
Yeah, there is
ID or what?
a copy of ID and also
Copies of IDs.
and the passport photos.
Okay. And passport
Passport
photos.
photos.
Okay.
Now, the list of members should also be provided.
Mm-hmm.
It is a regulation. You have the list of members,
Mm-hmm.
their identification,
Mm-hmm.
and the bylaws,
Okay.
and the minutes.
Okay.
Minutes agreeing to form, and the minutes that show the election, how it was done to elect
Mm-hmm.
the leaders
The
that are there.
leaders.
Now, once you fill out that form,
Uh-huh.
you return it to either the office, or depending on where you pick the form,
Uh-huh.
either the office or Huduma Center.
Uh-huh.
Now, Huduma Center has made it easier because at the Huduma Center, it takes 5 days for you to receive
5 days.
to
That's
receive
like
the
1 week.
certificate. It's like 1 week
Yeah.
because 5 working days is just 1 week.
Mm.
At the Huduma Center, it takes 12 days.
Okay.
That is like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Now, no. At the office, it takes
At the office, it takes
12 days.
12 days.
At the Huduma Center, it's
It
easier
takes.
because it takes 5 days.
It takes 5 days.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you are looking for something that is urgent or
A quick
requires
service.
quick service, then Huduma Center
Huduma Center is the
is the
best.
best place to go.
Okay.
Now, there is also a fee that is paid
Uh-huh.
for the certificate.
Mm.
It is 1,000 shillings.
1,000.
1,000 shillings only.
Uh-huh.
And the good thing is that now that you are a group of 10 plus more people, I
Uh-huh.
think that is easier to raise.
It's easier to raise.
Now,
100 each person.
Yeah, with that you'll have a certificate,
Mm-hmm.
and now you'll be able to operate as a
As a self-help group
a self-help group for
for
you.
the youth.
Now it depends on what you've taken to do,
Uh-huh.
because the form provides for you to tick on the areas that you are working on. If it
Okay.
is youth empowerment,
Mm.
if it is money generating,
Mm-hmm.
if it is agriculture, whatever area
Mm.
you want to dwell in,
Mm.
then you have the freedom to do it.
Okay.
Yes. Now the certificate is renewed annually.
Annually.
Yeah, so you'll have to renew the certificate annually,
Uh-huh.
and it is convenient because you will have help from the officers that help you
Okay.
to register
To register the group.
the youth group.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of a youth group?
Now, having a youth group is very beneficial
Mm.
because first of all, you are a group. Siku hizi wanasema ni mbogi.
Okay. Mbogi yangu.
Yeah, uko na mbogi.
Uko na mbogi.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The
Social support.
Yeah, the social support. First thing is the social support.
Yes.
And now, at this time, you'll find that many youth have diversified in many areas.
Okay.
So we have an engineer in our group, we have an agricultural person, we have
Okay.
someone who has done horticulture, someone who has done business.
Yes.
Now all these people come together. It is easier to assign roles to people depending on what what they have done specifically.
Okay.
Now, for example, if we need a treasurer, then someone has done business. It is easier for us to assign a treasury role.
Okay.
To
someone who has done that.
Yeah,
because now they will act more professionally.
Yeah, true.
In that particular area.
Yeah, in the same line. There's sharing of ideas.
Sharing of ideas.
Because if we sit somewhere and people have dealt in different fields,
yes.
then the ideas that are in those different fields can be able to be passed on to others. Because if I know more about counseling, then I'll be able to teach these other people. And I can also
share
learn
ideas with
I also learn a lot
from others.
From what I don't know.
Okay.
Now another thing that is very important, and it is I think most of the youth groups that are there and are operational take advantage of is the government funds.
The government funds.
Yeah, it is the government has provided funds that are specific for youth groups, for self-help groups.
Yes.
Now there is Uwezo Fund,
Uwezo Fund,
and Youth Fund.
and Youth Fund.
Youth Fund.
Uh-huh. All of them are accessible.
All of them are
to the youth.
accessible to the youth. Now, what you need to access Uwezo Fund and Youth Fund is the certificate.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, sometimes they require you to have a 6 months what is it
operation
called? 6 months operation.
Yeah,
so
you've operated for 6 months.
Yeah, so that you bring your bank statements to show that this is what you've been doing.
Okay, so that you can show that the bank is active.
Yeah,
you are putting money, you are withdrawing, you're doing something.
Yeah, the good thing about today's time,
yes,
is that even M-Pesa statements work as bank statements.
Okay, they can help.
Yeah, so if you come together as a group and do a small thing that can show we've been transacting this and this, and then you go to the government and apply for Uwezo Fund or Youth Fund,
yes,
then you can be able to show that we have been doing this and you require this.
Okay.
Now, people out there find it very difficult to fund one person.
Okay.
Because it is very difficult to know to gauge whether this single person will be able to provide to refund back the money.
Okay.
But now, if we go as a youth group, then there is that possibility that this group of people can be able to repay back.
There is a kind of accountability.
Yes.
We are accountable to each other.
Okay. That is true.
Okay.
Yes. Now that enables now the youth to come up with projects that can be able to be money generating for them.
Yes.
And they can be able now to be economically stable.
Okay.
Now, especially for youth who are thinking of doing business, then the government has provided that is a way that for example, if you are either tamaking or you are either just idle,
yes,
you can bring your group together, do something for a while, and then go apply for those funds and a very long period to repay, which now will enable you to do something
to be able to manage.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. Now you've really talked about this thing. Do you have a company? Or an organization or a youth group or something?
Yeah, I have a youth group back at home. Yeah, where we form the youth group, cousins plus friends. We form the youth group that is working.
Okay.
Yes, and in line with that, now I brought that idea back to school.
Okay.
Where we are working on a youth group that will be able to. We've been hearing these stories of students going through hard times during Corona, and most of from what we've seen, they are shifting the blame to other people.
Came up with this idea.
We came up with this idea
that can help the students.
Now we are envisioning a platform where the youth group is already registered.
Okay.
Now we want students to be part of the youth group.
Okay.
And the structure of the youth group is structured in a way that it offers entrepreneurship and leadership learning.
Okay.
And in line with that, there is a circle that helps the students to save.
Okay.
And also help them with their discipline, because if they start saving early, then when they grow up, the discipline for saving,
the discipline will be there. Yeah.
And keeping in mind that students are at home right now, they can take the advantage of that by saving, so that by the time they come to school, they don't have to complain about help not being there. Our parents not giving us money.
I think I like that idea. The idea of a circle is great. The idea of a circle is great. They learn to save as early as possible, and even when they complete university, they can if the circle grows, they can continue to save with the circle, and they can actually learn how to save and also how to receive funds when they need it for something. So that's what you're doing.
What you're doing.
But now, just because now I know you more than the viewer knows. Si nilisikia siku moja uliniambia kuna company mliregister ukiwa form 3. Meaning that you've been desiring to do these things from the time that you are young. Just briefly about that company that you registered when you were in form 3.
When we were in form 3.
Yes.
I had an opportunity to have a brother who
Which school were you?
Lenana School.
Lenana School.
Yeah.
That's where the brains of this country come from, eh? Okay. Yes, now you're in form 3. You have a brother.
I have a brother who's in campus. Now he was teaching me a lot about the world outside.
Okay.
And and how prepared people should be, especially the youth,
Okay.
so that they can be able to face the challenges that were there are
Uh-huh.
there are there in the real world.
Uh-huh.
Now it was a time that information was really starting to go out, and and people were taking advantage of creating companies and going into business,
Okay.
and not necessarily academic,
Okay.
but keeping in mind that you don't forsake academics, but
Okay.
you can also do
Businesses.
something extra.
Okay.
So now that is where I started reading about opportunities, and
Yes.
what I learned more is that if you help people, then that is where the opportunity comes from.
Okay.
So the more people you help,
Uh-huh.
then the more income you can be able to get.
Okay.
Now with that in mind, now you find a niche, like a gap where there is a need, and now you fill that need.
Okay.
Now at that time there was a niche.
Yeah.
Now we came up with an idea where we registered a company,
Mm.
and the company was to provide solutions
Uh-huh.
that can be able to clean
To help
estates,
them clean their estates.
at very affordable rates.
Okay.
So we provide collection
Uh-huh.
points,
Collection bins.
collection points,
Okay.
and collection bins, and we take them
Mm-hmm.
out at specific days.
People have actually made it great with that business.
True.
The business of garbage collection
Garbage
and
collection.
yeah,
Yeah.
helping people to keep their rubbish, and then you collect it at the end of the week or once in a week.
Yeah.
It has really helped people in the society and in the estates.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can be able to tell the youth
Now,
before I give my secret. You know, there is the secret that I told you. I'll say it at the end. Yeah.
what I can be able to tell the youth
Yes.
is that there are so many opportunities out here, and you don't have to sit and lament about or complain,
Yes.
because if you have an open mind, then you will be able to see opportunities everywhere. And the most important thing is that you need to surround yourself with people who will encourage you,
Yeah.
and also a team
People of positive minds.
and also a team that can be able to help you, that is in line with your dreams and
Yes.
your desires.
And your desires.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to tell the viewer something.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing. Now, before I started Touch of Grace, the first person who told me I can educate people through YouTube was Timothy Sakwa. One of those days when I give my talks to youth, my talks to students, and he came to my office and told me, Madam, I think you can start a YouTube channel. And for me, thinking about a YouTube channel, it wasn't something that I had thought about. So I looked at him, I said, what? He said, yeah, you can encourage people with these talks that you give. You really encourage us and motivate us. Why don't you start a YouTube channel? Then I told him, what do you think I'll talk about? He came with a long list of topics that he needed me to talk about. But before it started, we took a whole year. I was incubating on the idea. I was thinking, just thinking whether it can actually be doable. A YouTube channel can be doable. And therefore, this YouTube channel, I owe it to Timothy because he's the one who came up with this idea. Thank you very much.
Mghoi.
Nigod. Nigod.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Nigod. So I really appreciate for that. We'll
Yeah.
continue to bring more series with him. Things that you can be able to do, organizations that you can be able to register, and we'll also be able to show you step by step how you can register those organizations. So keep it at Touch of Grace. Better ways, better days, and we'll continue to learn. Kindly subscribe, kindly like, share, and comment. We really appreciate your feedback. We thank God for you. This far, it is because of you, our viewer. May God bless you so much. Thank you.